You know, people were always saying, Brook, you gotta start a surf instrumental band. And I said, that will never work. That's a terrible idea. Okay, so I had to figure out what is surf guitar. So I just kind of do my own thing. Like, one thing is keeping it simple is good. But you have to have melodies that kind of catch the ear. You try for things like that. And you have to have chord progressions and repetition. We really simplify it. Some songs that got on TV shows are like repeat. That's the whole song. But I do things like or and then I might invert it like a and usually I ratchet it up on the last verse. That's my deal, is, you know, the song goes along, but I always want to, at the end, it's like, whoa, we launch with more energy. So the last verse, I go, so that song was on an MTV show called Ridiculousness, the Bela Twins episode. The song's under 2 minutes, and it's the stupidest thing I could think of, and that's probably our most played song. So, you know, you don't have to overthink it. Kind of maybe dumb it down a little bit, and it's going to be easier to play. Maybe. What else did we do that was good? We did a Iowa Public Radio song for their weekend show, Studio One, and let's see, I've got this like, and the chords are, again, exploding with energy. But so over those chords, I made up a real simple, like Dwayne Eddy, like super easy. What was it? No. And then later, the next verse is like, So those are the verses. There's 2 verses. Let me just tell you something about that low sound. Remember, it's B minor. So what I like to do is look for the lowest pitch I can express that chord. You know, the least amount of notes and the lowest pitch. So what is B minor? B minor is B, D, and F sharp. Those 3 notes. So you got to do inversions where you just kind of turn it inside out. So what's the lowest? B, D, or B, or whatever. What I'd say, B, D, and F sharp. Here it is. So I get that really low sound, which is F sharp, B, D. Next chord is D. So what's the lowest way I can make a D chord? D is made of D, F sharp, and A. So I went, that's F sharp, A, D. I might have another A on top. Then A, which is A, C sharp, E. Then a G. Back to B minor. D, A. Maybe a little underwater swirly twirly with the whammy bar. Okay, whatever. I might improvise when I play it. So, then we got our chorus, which is back to the intro. So that chorus is F sharp to G, F sharp to G, F sharp to G, E minor, F sharp. Real simple. And then I made a lick on top of it that goes. So it's kind of suspenseful. So that was on the radio, like Iowa Public Radio, every Saturday and Sunday. And, you know, just, it was so funny. My wife and I would be driving in the car, and she's like, yeah, you really need to do this and that. And you're just like not really holding up. And all of a sudden my song would come on the radio, and I just like, yes, yes, dear. Whatever you say, dear, I'll do whatever you tell me, baby. And she's like, "Aw, baby, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm on the radio all the time, baby. I'm under pressure. I'm doing the best I can." So we have a lot of fun. And let's see. Okay, then so on the second chorus, you know, I can't remember how many choruses, but the last one, again, I'm going to ramp it up. So the first, it does double chorus on the end. So I'm like... And there's a little choreography, but see how I, you know, ramped up the intensity by going up an octave. It's amazing. But my other guitar player buddy in the band, Ian, he was just playing the chords on that second time. I go, no, man, you gotta double it. You do this. Well, I go. So we, twice as big. Stereo, man, octaves, make it huge, explode, you know, and it's just, it's all simple, but we kind of think of it as like orchestra, or, you know, we just arrange it so it flows and gets big and is fun and cool. And the songs are pretty short, those are a couple of songs that we had, radio and TV, MTV and Iowa Public Radio. That was kind of cool. What else do we do? Just trying to think of some examples. A song we played every gig was one of Surf Zombie's first songs I wrote. It goes, Speedo. That's the main melody, then up an octave. Then it goes to a chorus. And it just starts over, And then there's variations. I have some fills. Again, I can improvise a little bit on that. It does have an ending where it's like, which is like a scale, but you skip one note. The scale will be, oops. But it doesn't work. You gotta skip a note. Oops, I don't know. It's kind of weird because I always panic when that comes up, and I'm always glad when it's over because I could just do something stupid. Like that. Wrong. So one little slip up and I'm going to end on the wrong note and the whole song is screwed. So there's a little pressure, People think I'm just a silly man. But actually I do a lot of practicing, trying to keep it together. I always thought it should be harmony. But we've never gotten around to that. And I always thought we should harmonize that. Like, something like that. The other guy should do a counter melody. But I've never remembered to tell him that. Let's, again, keep it simple, keep it stupid, but introduce some element of surprise. Just constantly building and revealing and changing and doing little modifications to the song, even though it sticks to the same thing. Little glitches and things that are just fun. It keeps it slightly interesting. So yeah, we're instrumental. Everybody wants to know when we're going to add words. I'm like, what words are we going to say? We do our speaking with our guitars. So we don't have to have words. But everybody wants to know, what are the words? Where are they? I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about, man. There are no words. So that's one of our little sayings. We have all kinds of funny things we say. There are no words. And we'll advertise ourselves. There are no words. And it's just kind of funny. But what else do we do? Another one of our first album. They Feed at Night. think about it. So it's just a 1 to a 5, C sharp minor to G sharp 7. And it has a cool ending, but I won't bore you with that right now. Those are just some songs that we wrote that we do, and we've got God. I think our 7th album is coming out. It's all the master disc has been pressed, so but we've not seen the artwork. But we've got the Return of the Skeleton album. We've got just a couple of those left. We got our It's a Thing, and behind that is In Color. There's a compilation, and then the rest are all on CDs. We've got a live CD. We put out 2 live CDs. We've been on a bunch of compilations. There's Something Weird on CD only. We sold out of Lust for Rust. That was on CD only. So some of the stuff you just, you could go on Bandcamp or maybe download it if you ever wanted to go on iTunes. We do get the money for that. If you ever want to just do a download, that really helps us. So maybe if you want to help us a little bit, download some of our stuff or just stream it. It's all cool, man. No pressure. But it's just fun to kind of try to remember what we've done and what's coming up. And, we're always shocked that people actually come to see us play. It's like, really? Good. And delighted. So, it's hard to get out of the house. People make an effort to travel and come see us. It's just like, wow. Can't believe it. So thank you for all the support. Some of my friends that I've met through the YouTube channel have given us tremendous support. And it's just like, it's hard to even come up with words to explain how that makes us feel. It's really, really appreciated. All right, I got a gig tonight, so I better prepare, and I will jabber at you later. But thanks for letting me show you some of those Surf Zombie riffs, and it kind of shows you how you can write your own thing, man. So that's all I want to do, is kind of demonstrate some of the chords and some of the structures of some of our songs. All right, thanks, and see ya.